If a woman says any of the following, just know that she's in a bop stage or a 304 stage. If she says to you that she's in her healing girl era, she's a bop. If she's telling you that she's taking a break from dating, she's a bop because she's still giving out her number. She's probably still on dating apps. She's still probably answering guys in her DMs because no woman is ever truly single.
Be quick to talk about your mama. Like, your mama fat, why you can't date fat girls?
What if Meg Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Cardi B, Mariah the Scientist, Lotto, and a whole bunch of other female artists put on a concert, put on a show, and they were not half naked? Would y'all still go?
I got a question. So I posted that I am a 44-year-old mother of 10, and I said their ages. What does it matter how many babies' fathers I have? What does that mean?
What's up, y'all? I just want to know, am I the only person that when we get to a certain age or we get to like a certain number of kids, that we just stop caring what we look like, y'all?
A little bit of house cleaning before we get started. For those who've been rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door from me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every bit of your engagement absolutely helps promote your boy into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now, let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
If a woman says any of the following, just know that she's in a bop stage or a 304 stage. If she says to you that she's in her healing girl era, she's a bop. If she's telling you that she's taking a break from dating, she's a bop because she's still giving out her number. She's probably still on dating apps. She's still probably answering guys in her DMs because no woman is ever truly single. She says that she just wants peace or she's peaceful, just know that she's in a hoe phase. She tells you that she's trying to find herself and she left her ex for herself. It's because she's in a hoe phase. She's a bop. Finding herself means finding other dudes. She tells you that she's going back to school or she's trying to get her degrees. Just know she's in a hoe phase. If she tells you that she is living her best life, just know that that also means that she's living her best life, making poor decisions and drinking a lot of alcohol, which AKA bop stage. And lastly, the final stage to any bop is religion. So if she's telling you that she's suddenly going to church or she's reading her Bible and she has a Bible quote in her freaking bio or anywhere online, it's because she's a retired bop or she's been a bop or is currently still a bop and is masking it through religion. With that being said, she's probably a bop. Okay, bye.
Y'all gotta stop inviting the white girls to the cookout or allowing them to sneak over the fence when you're not looking. I don't know what's going on. The white girls are even getting in on telling y'all when y'all are out here thotting it up and bopping it up. Look, all seriousness, is she telling the truth or does she have validity of what she's saying? Absolutely, right? There are always signs and characteristics of a woman who's a 304, who's out here thotting it up or bopping it up or has done these things. I don't know why women think that they can have these sordid past, right? Their past is a secret and there's nothing you can tell as a man that'll let them know if she had a 304 phase or she was out here thotting it up or being a bop. There is, right? And this lady highlighted some of those things. Like there are key phrases that women say when she's a retired 304, a retired bop. There are certain attributes and ways she carry herself that let or lend to the fact to let us know that she is in fact a former bop or a thought or has been a 304. Like there are characteristics and attributes that these women just cannot rinse away from themselves, right? It'll show up eventually. And if as a man, you are not paying attention to these signs, this is how you'll get fooled. This is how you'll get played. This is how you'll get tricked into wifing up the bop. If you don't pay attention to the red flags, if you don't use discernment, if you don't raise your antennas and pay attention to key phrases, how she carries herself, the terminology she uses, the different, oh, I'm religious now and I'm quoting the Bible, or, I'm just in a peaceful phase and I'm just in a transitional phase, and all these things that women say when they're trying to disguise or hide their past. You have to pay attention as a man to these things that they're saying because that bopness will eventually show up. It will eventually fall out the closet with all the other skeletons she's pushed in there and trying to hide from you. You just got to pay attention and you just got to have your antennas up as a guy. All right?
A bitch be quick to talk about your mama like, your mama fat, why you can't date fat girls? Just like how you out here looking for a provider and your daddy a broke bum ass nigga. His greatest accomplishment was having you and your siblings. And you trying to, man, you don't get the
Men have preferences just like women do, right? And you can't get mad at a man if he doesn't want to date an overweight woman. And you cannot use this psychology and say, well, your mama fat, so what? I'm not attracted to my mom for a relationship. I'm not attracted to my mother for a sexual encounter. It would be incestuous. So I don't get that correlation that a lot of women try to use, or your mama black, so you don't want to date a black girl, your mama black. I don't have to date a woman that mirrors my mama's image. That's weird. It's always weird to me to take that angle where you try to bounce it back on a man for having a preference against what his mom looks like, what his mom may have in her pathology of how she is. Like, I don't care about that. My mom raised me. I'm not sexually attracted to my mother. What do y'all? It's just the weirdest thing. Just like he said, you want a man to be a provider, but your daddy is a bum. Like, can a man then say, okay, you want me to be a provider, but your daddy wasn't in your life? Or how do you know what a provider is when your daddy wasn't around? What would a woman say to that? So what does my daddy not being around have to do with you being a provider to me? The same way my mama being fat has to do with me not wanting to date a fat or overweight woman. I'm not trying to bully. I'm just saying, keeping it real here, I don't have to have a woman in my life that's the reflection of my mother to want to have a preference against it. I don't have to have the preference of my mother in the potential mate of a woman. If I'm saying that correctly, right? If I'm making sense here. My mom may be overweight, but I don't have to date an overweight woman just because my mom's overweight. Hell, my mom washed and folded my laundry. Most women I get into a relationship with isn't going to necessarily want to wash and fold my laundry. See how that doesn't make sense? All right, got it. Good. Let's go to the next one.
What if Meg Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Cardi B, Mariah the Scientist, Lotto, and a whole bunch of other female artists put on a concert, put on a show, and they were not half naked? Would y'all still go? And this question is for women specifically. Would y'all still go to their concert if they were dressed fully clothed? Fully clothed. They weren't up there twerking, doing things with microphones. Like, they were strictly just performing the songs. Still gonna have choreography. Not saying they can't put on the show. But if they were to remove the nakedness from the show, would y'all still go? Would y'all still want to see them? Because again, as I said, I feel like women dress provocatively for other women. I don't know if y'all will go. I don't know if y'all will go to a concert if it wasn't twerking involved. If Megan stopped twerking, if it just stopped, would y'all still want to see them? I don't think so. But let me know in the comments, would you still go?
No, they would not. Because I've said it once and I'll say it twice. Women live for the validation of other women. And a lot of this stuff, this DL stuff that a lot of women project onto men is actually who they are. A lot of them are closeted lesbians. And they love seeing women to keep them in a constant state of titillation. They want to be constantly aroused by the female physique. And I get it. The female physique is outstanding. Even other women find other women attractive. But I can't help but think a lot of this stuff lends to conversion. I've said this a number of times. I think women love to see other women naked because they're trying to bring them over to the other side. They want to make being half naked, constantly being in a state of titillation normal because that's what they enjoy. They like to see women out here scantily clad because they're attracted to it and they want those women to be on their side. I don't care. Argue with your mama, go get aggy with your daddy. I'm just saying, women who are actually okay with seeing women constantly in a state of arousal, titillation, and they enjoy that, they themselves are projecting their DL pathology that they constantly project onto men. This is who they are. They say that men are DL and are attracted to other men because that's simply what they are. And I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it till I drive this home. Women, who are perfectly okay with women being half naked, twerking constantly, are lesbians. Now go argue with your mama in the comments.
I got a question. So I posted that I am a 44-year-old mother of 10, and I said their ages. What does it matter how many babies' fathers I have? What does that mean? I'm glad I didn't stick with one, because if I had one fucked up baby daddy, then that means all my kids would have been fucked up. And it's the reason why I have different, because when they start fucking up, they gotta go. Or if they happen to go to jail, I'm not gonna sit there and wait. I have shit to do. If they were good to me, then yes, I might have waited. But other than that, no. If they was out cheating before they went to jail, then that's where they needed to be at, and that was my cue to get away. Other than that, I take care of my kids. I've been there. They know their dads. I have paperwork on all of them. And it still doesn't matter at the end of the day how many baby daddies I have. As long as, I didn't give my children up for adoption. I didn't make no family members keep them. Or none of that shit. Mind your business.
This woman has 10 children with 5 different men. Where do I begin with this? First of all, again, another woman who gets triggered by how many baby daddies you got. And the reason she gets triggered is because she has poor judgment, right? And she wants to justify having 10 children by 5 different men by saying when they F up, I get rid of them so I won't have F'd up children. I have questions here, right? I have questions. Are you the type of female that gives every man you lay up with a child, right? What's your vetting process? What does that look like? Because I can't help but wonder, at what point of them effing up do you realize they're F-ups? Before or after the child? Before or after you replicate him in your womb? Because I just can't understand how you get to this point, right? You have 10 kids with 5 men, and you get rid of those men, or they go to jail because clearly they're Pookies, or they're cheating on you. And you think somehow that's not an indictment of the type of woman you are? Water seeks its own level. You're picking horrible men to be fathers of your children because you're in fact a horrible woman with poor judgment, poor character, you lack discernment, and you give babies to men who you just lay up with before you properly vet them, and before you even get a ring, an engagement, or marriage. And you want to act like you're not the problem? You're not the common denominator in your fucked up pie? You got to be kidding me right now. And you want to get triggered because people have the audacity to ask you how many baby daddies you got with 10 freaking children? Here's the problem, ma'am. You know why it matters that you have 10 children with 5 different men? Because the poor sap that gets with you has to take on your biological burden from bums. Because I know you're not going to sit there and allow him not to take care or participate in the financial care of your children. You ain't that type of sister. You're going to expect that man to provide for those kids financially, help you with those kids, I should say. And you're going to expect that man to do everything a stepfather would do, because I know you're not going to marry him, but you're still going to want him to be a stepdad, in symbolism. You're going to want him to be a stepdad. So that man has to come in and take care of another man's biological burden that you didn't see fit to have proper discernment not to give this bum a child. That's why it matters. It matters because it shows you're a crappy ass mother, you're a crappy individual, and you lack judgment, discernment, and you are not an adult. You're a child that keeps replicating people in your womb. That's why it matters.
What's up, y'all? I just want to know, am I the only person that when we get to a certain age or we get to like a certain number of kids, that we just stop caring what we look like, y'all? I ain't gonna lie. This don't match. Like, it don't match. But like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's clean. Like, ain't that all that matters is it's clean. Like, ain't nobody trying to be like, I'm gonna still put my lashes on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put my lip liner on. But other than that, y'all, I ain't finna get all dressed to impress, you know what I'm saying? Because they still be trying to talk, even when the clothes is mismatched. This don't match at all. But ask me, do I care? Nope.
Cut the shit. This was nothing more than titillation. Like, for real. This is nothing more than titillation. This is nothing more than trapping. First of all, you got on the ass clapping pants, and no one is really paying attention whether or not that outfit matched. It doesn't matter. You're double cheeked up. You're caked up. And that's all you wanted to show us was that you were caked up. All that other nonsense you said doesn't matter because this video had absolutely nothing to do with not matching, not caring what you look like at a certain age. This video was to show everyone that you're cheeked up. Let's be honest here, ma'am. Cut the stuff, cut the shit. This was nothing more than an attempt to get likes, clicks, and views based on the booty. That's it. Good job, but yeah, hey, I get it. Y'all got to make content on Instagram to get guys to follow your fans only site, which she does have, by the way. This is nothing more than, footprints to get people over there to that site. That's all, man. I see what you're doing. I can smell what you're cooking. I can dig on what you're putting down. I'm not dumb. And millions of other people that see this are not going to be dumb either. We know what you're up to. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. I'll see y'all in the credits. 2 fingers. Peace. I'm out. See y'all in the next one. Caked up for no reason at all other than to get likes and attention and validation. Catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace. I'm out of here. Like Jesus.
You think that what we're fighting about is stupid. Just cause you don't agree don't mean it's stupid. Lately communication feels so useless. If we don't got that obsessive love, then what are we doing? I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Made me feel like I'm a burden when I tell you how I'm hurting.